Why didn't you tell me my camera was on? Huh? Digging in my nose.
Were you?
Yeah. I was in a hug. I was digging.
You're lying. Why you throw? Huh?
Oh, we got us a good ass camera,
Were you
babe.
really doing that though?
We got us a good ass camera.
Were you really doing that? Trying to get mad at you?
We got us a good ass. Do you know what kind of camera we got? And this bitch got Wi-Fi.
Okay,
Touchscreen
you
info.
need to focus on what you're doing right now.
I was digging in my damn nose, and I was on camera, wasn't I, guys? Oh my gosh, I'm over here cussing, and I'm over here. And
Were you really digging in your nose though?
yes, I was digging in my nose. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was digging in my nose.
Oh, bro. You know better than that.
See, Susie says, yes, you were.
That's nasty.
We all pick our nose. Man, look. Oh my gosh.
That's gonna be on a short later.
This is going to be on a short later. Oh my gosh. Hello, LA. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Susie. Oh my gosh. Did everyone get to pray for A last night? Hello, Debbie A. Hello, all you beautiful people in the chat tonight. All you beautiful people in the chat tonight. Um, what's up, dog dad? Guys, I'm just waiting for everyone to get in here because when I say it, I don't want to repeat myself. I honestly don't want to repeat myself. Does any no, I don't. There's not a PO box yet, but the Amazon wish list is up on Teresa's page right now, and it goes directly to the beautiful Angela, guys. It goes directly to her. Oh my gosh, Teresa, you can't keep doing that. You can't keep doing that, Teresa. Do you understand me? No, I'm just kidding. Yes, she does. If you haven't said hello to my mother Donna, please say hello. The Amazon, for you guys just getting in here, the Amazon wish list is up on Teresa Williams' page. Teresa, it's not your internet. It's not your internet, sweetie. I think it's something else. No, I'm just kidding. What's up, Reg G hometown? Teresa, you need to drop your link again. I know you dropped it before, but you know the chat just um God darn it. Yeah, I just need to reiterate. Everybody keeps coming in, so I gotta keep saying it. You took out what's up, Todd? Oh, Rico just in it. Yes, the link is in the chat, guys. Hold on. Show on stage. Okay, I got that. The ticker. Okay, I got that. Boom. There you guys go, right there. What's up, Big Todd? Yes, ma'am. Mother Donna know what's up. Uh, I've been talking to my mom. I'm about to start a animal rescue channel, guys, and I'm gonna start doing like vegan food reviews in restaurants and stuff too. So just to let that go. Uh, oh, everybody's purchasing. I see that.
Yay.
Nocturna Boo, email me. Nocturna Boo, email me please right now at funkytownuncut@gmail.com. Guys, the Amazon wish list for you guys just getting in here. The Amazon wish list is up on Teresa Williams' page. Her link to her page is pinned at the top and it's in the comments. If you can't see it, Teresa, please drop it again. Hello, quiet but fearless Debbie. What happened? The Amazon. Oh, yes, it is, mother. The Amazon stuff that y'all guys order is sent directly to the beautiful Angela, guys. It's better than a P.O. box. Trust me, trust and believe. It's gonna get delivered right into her hands, guys.
But it's everything she picked herself.
And it's everything that she picked herself. She definitely needs that free bird T-shirt in the Amazon cart. Yep, she needs that free bird shirt. Debbie, yeah, you can just go to her page, to Teresa's page, and it's on there. I'll send it to you through Messenger if you can't get it right now. Teresa, drop it again. Drop it in the chat again. And Teresa, send it to my phone number. Send the link to my phone number so I can drop it because it works like that too. If your link doesn't work, so send it to my phone number, Teresa, if you will, please, so I can post it from my side in the chat. You got 15 seconds to send it to my number, Teresa. 14, 13, 12, 11. Dang, that was quick. You did it in 3 seconds. That's crazy. You got that. You got that super typewriter finger, Teresa. You sent it in 3 seconds. You just posted it in the chat. There you guys go. Y'all guys get those likes up. We need to get everybody in here. Everyone needs to be notified, guys. It's breaking. This is almost like breaking news. This is the way we can help Ange, huh? This is the way we can help Angela, guys. And it's not funny, Teresa. You sent it in 2.9 seconds. Um, y'all double tap that screen, get those likes up, please. Let's go. Let's go. Once again, if you're just new here, the Amazon wish list is up on Teresa Williams' page. Everything that's on the Amazon wish list, Angela picked out for herself. It will be sent directly to her, right into her hands. No one else's. It's better than a PO box. So yeah, The link is in the chat. It's pinned at the top of the live, as you can see it. Teresa Williams. If you have her on YouTube, you can go to her community post as well, and it's in there. So yeah, guys, let's get the ball rolling. She needs us. We've been waiting for this day. We've been waiting for this day. Let's go. Let's go. We love you guys. Look all this love, all this support and stuff. Look at y'all. Y'all are beautiful. Everyone here is beautiful. Yeah, did y'all see that? Teresa said you can add a note on Amazon and check out if you like to say something to Angela as well. Again, Jane the T said I got the black tennis shoes for her. You're welcome, Pamela. Once again, guys, breaking news for our breaking news. Everyone's been asking and wondering, and now the time is here. Hello, Celeste. Happy Sunday to you as well. The Amazon wish list is up. It's pinned at the top. It's in the comments right now, and it's on Teresa Williams' page as well as the link right there she just posted. The Amazon wish list, everything that you guys send to her, it gets sent directly to her, and everything on that list is everything that she picked out herself. Herself. Uh, and at the end of the checkout, you can leave a nice little note that there's anything that you want to say to Angela personally. So yeah, that'd be beautiful. She needs the so make sure you guys do write a note because she needs it. So I'm telling you, if you guys don't do it, I will find out, and we will have words. I'm just kidding. You're welcome, Lisa. Hello, Aunt D. Did you have a question? Did you say something? Did you or did you not? I should have started the live at like 10:30 because it's Sunday. But it's okay. What do y'all think? We do it like 2 3 hours a night, an hour a night, and then do it again at like 2 in the morning. My wife said, "Heck no." Dun 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 dun. Does does everyone is anyone new here that doesn't know what's going on? Do I need to repeat myself, guys? Uh, A has been rescued, guys. Yes, indeed. Shit, no. Mother Donna. Oh my God. A has been rescued. She's happy. She's cooperating. She sounds so much better. She needs our help because everything she ever had is gone. So she needs us right now, guys. Anything will help. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's $1, that dollar goes somewhere. It goes a long way. I promise you guys. Is Teresa, are you still in here? Teresa. Can you post your link? You're slacking, man. What is going on? You need to post that link again, ma'am. Yeah, yeah, buddy. Get to it, ma'am. Oh, you had to answer a text.
Yeah, I just
Was it our text? I think it's our text. I think you just got a notification just now. You're swamped with them texts, lady. Thank you so much, kindness. Half a second that time. Woo! Hey, half a second, Teresa. Half a second. That's crazy. We ain't got none of them trolls in here tonight. You know why? Because I got rid of them. They don't belong here, guys. You know, because I thought about it. Think about it. They tried to get in good with Funky Town, right? Hey, Funky, I left. What's his name? Because I'm starting to see, but really, they're trying to get inside to get us to tell a different story to go back and report to him. You guys, it's funny, but they came yesterday and they see that we weren't falling for that bull. We weren't falling for that bull. Yeah, they tried to come in here. Funky, am I allowed to come in here? Am I okay? I left E and I I caught on to what he was doing. Like, man, look, I went to school for psychology, human structure. I know when a person's lying. So you can get out of here. Boop, you're gone. They wanted to come over here and switch up the intro and switch up the narrative to try to get insight, guys. But um, you know,
all being nice for people.
thank you, Andrew. Can we do no hotel shit?
You can't recap until the dad's on live.
Sorry, guys. Funky Junior is going crazy. Sorry for the interruption. Funky Junior is out of control. No, guys, don't thank me. Don't ever thank Funky. You know, just think as me as a good Samaritan. You know, like think of me as one of you guys. Don't ever thank me. I don't want no credit for nothing. You know, because you know the word love goes a long way, guys. And I tell each and every one of you every day, I love you guys. So if you want to thank someone, thank Teresa, thank the people that
Wait on this part until I get a reply on that.
you know. Thank the people that helped her. Thank the people that went and got her out of that situation. I play no part in this, guys. I don't need any recognition for this, guys. This has never never been about Funky ever. You know, y'all just love me because y'all have faith in me and y'all like me as a human being. You know, that's all. You know, and I like every last one of you guys. And I don't even know you guys. You guys are sweet. You know, this is about A. Uh, now we have the way to support her. The link is in the chat. The link is on Teresa Williams's page. Her link is in there. I wish she could post it again. um, the Amazon wish list. Everything you send to her will get sent directly to her in her hands. Everything on that list is everything that she picked out that she wants. Um, and make sure you guys at the checkout write a sweet note to her because she will see it, and she needs it. She needs those words of encouragement, wisdom, knowledge, love, support. She needs all of it. Hello, Windy City. So Teresa, you want me to say those things? Hey, those notifications are for you, Teresa. She can hear it. You can hear those notifications, Teresa. Hello, say more. Oh, you heard those notifications? Yeah, we texting. Say more. You need to get up here right now. I need help. I'm swamped with a lot of stuff. I'm swamped with a lot of stuff in the background. I swear I just seen all of it. You didn't see it? Um, Teresa, text me what you think I should say and how, please. Sorry, Teresa, he's kind of slow. Sorry, I'm kind of slow. Hello, Justin, Florida. He gonna run away if he go outside. There she goes. Sermon.
Hi, everyone. Sorry if I
Hello.
sound a little. Hello. I just got done running errands. My car broke down this weekend, so I was walking to do all my errands out in the heat. So I just got back.
That's
Sorry to hear.
Fun times.
um. Okay, I really quick. Do you-
If anybody has anything you want me to talk about tonight, please put it in the chat. I'll try to follow as much as possible here as well as I can.
We got some breaking news really fast, and then you can start. Say moi.
Yes, fill me in, please.
It's a wonderful day today. She's seeing her doctor. Of course, we've told her medication to be cared for, which she is really. She's been left in that filthy motel medication to pay toothbrush, none of the basic necessities. The bathroom that she had there, as we told y'all, was completely unusable. Photos were taken. As you know, she had been totally isolated, so she was very, very lonely. The man who spent her there spent more on one meal for himself than he did on the place she was forced to stay in. She actually he actually spent twice the cost of a night in that room on one single alcoholic drink while he was in Vegas. He also asked Frank, who is on very limited income, to pay for 5 nights of her stay in the motel and promised to pay him back, which y'all know who we're referring to. Also told him that he would pay 6 months of auto insurance in return for money he had spent on things for A. He lied about paying Frank's insurance and he was driving without any. Now he has a ticket to pay. Frank never went into her room, so he didn't know the condition of it or that A was lacking so many necessities. He trusted that con man and is now heartbroken to know the truth. But now A is free and starting to decompress from the nightmare she's been through. She no longer rocks back and forth to self-soothe, which is a very good sign. Please know A reached out for help. It was a group effort to get her to safety. What you're hearing from the man responsible is completely untrue. Trust me, more will come out than it's safe to share when it's safe to share. As you can see, and we also have some photos. We'll try to figure out how to share those with you all. She was able to spend some time with her old friend Frank. She's so happy about that. Just look at her face. The confused look is gone. She's really talking now. Just not just giving yes or no answers, but she's having real conversation. She's surrounded by wonderful women who are working with her and for her. A couple of them are especially close to her and going above and beyond without asking for any recognition, praise, or anything in return. A doesn't have to perform for help anymore. This help is coming from a place of love. With that said, we could really use some support. Angela left that awful place and nothing she was with nothing. She was even forced to leave behind the tablet Frank had gifted her. There's still a lot we can't disclose, but please know she's been through a lot. She needs clothing, shoes, and other basics. We also need cash donations to help provide her with a place to call home while she continues to heal and wait for the next step in her journey. And we have posted the Amazon wish list and a couple of ways to donate if you're able to help. And of course, prayers are needed. So that's what is able to be disclosed about A as of right now.
That absolutely breaks my heart. Just when I don't think I can be any more disgusted by a human being, I'm surprised every day by how much more disgusted I get. I don't know about the rest of you.
It's sick. It's repulsive.
It is. I don't know how that human being can live with himself. I really don't. But I'm glad that she's in a place where she's safe and she's getting better and she's getting help, and hopefully she's surrounded by people that cares about her and is giving her the support that she needs. So that I'll take the good news, but at the same time, I'm just continually disgusted. No hiding that. Yeah, you would think that he should donate to her current care, but when he's buying alcoholic beverages for himself that costs more than where he is placing her, yeah, that's not a person that's going to care about what happens to her now. All he can think about is how he lost his cash cow and he's not bringing in money because of her being gone. No, Kitty Lover, you're exactly right. He couldn't even meet her most basic of needs. He could, but mind you, he wouldn't. There's a big difference there between could and wouldn't. So he chose wouldn't. If he can afford almost $100 beverages and trips to Vegas and Flagstaff and I don't know, wherever else he was going and doing, he could most certainly provide her most basic of needs in a clean setting. Absolutely. Kind winds always. I do remember that very distinctly. And also how he always told A that she needed to refuse any interviews from anybody unless they paid for her a room and everything else. Yes, Nocturna, I feel absolutely sick to my stomach. Just picturing that inside of my head of what she had to go through. It's disgusting, and she did not deserve that. And I'm even more disgusted that there's people still out there supporting him through all of this, thinking that he is just the best thing ever. Yes, Gina, beyond sad. Well, Paul, that just shows what kind of human being he is. You know, it's people like him do sit around and brag about how much he spent on a steak or um, how good he has it while he was putting somebody through literal hell. Agreed, Kathleen. Again, I'm no psychiatrist or psychologist, but classic definition of a narcissist for sure. Any human being with a heart would not do that to another person. And now, in case you guys didn't notice, he's posting old videos with his supposed children, who, to my understanding, were not children at all. They were actually a 17 and 19-year-old young men. So I don't have any proof of anything. It's just my own speculation, but I think we can all imagine what he was probably doing with those young boys. It's just been kind of a terrible day of just finding out really disgusting stuff about this human being. I mean, we all kind of knew it, but it's like he loves putting the stuff right in front of our face and mocking us with it. And it's so gross. It's despicable. Well, Jerry, I can tell you who his next victim is. It's his sidekick and the sidekick's family. He was posting today asking for donations. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, I wasn't talking. I was talking to my wife.
Y'all, looking at this, that's a happy person right there.
Oh, look at her.
She's happy. Look how happy she found peace.
You can tell she feels so much better in that picture. I truly hope Frank has her best interest in mind and won't be swayed by any amount of money he's offered to give up where Angela is or to kind of play both sides. I don't know the man personally. I don't know much about him, but I truly hope he stays true to A and remains faithful to her and her safety. Thank you for sharing that with us.
I think we can all see that that's what a person they're actually. Her skin and everything.
Oh yeah, she looks so much better, 100%. But it's amazing what some little care and attention does for a human being. It was clear as day towards the end there that she was not being cared for and she was left to her own devices for sure.
Yes.
Right, Celeste, that's been my only concern, is because he was playing both sides, or you could say three sides really at that. But I hope now he knows the truth and, like I said, he stays loyal to the person that he's been helping for the past 3-4 years, whatever it is.
You can tell.
I don't know if it's just me, but I think you guys are breaking up.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Yeah, you could tell she's at.
And that I have a feeling that she probably has. One thing about her is that she has always had his phone number memorized above everyone else's. So I can't imagine that she has not made contact with him. And I respect him as well for maybe keeping that private if he has. I've always said that I personally am very happy to never see her on video again if she is happy and being taken care of. I'm having a bunch of feedback. Give me a moment and let me try to figure out what's going on. I'm not sure what would be causing that, but give me a moment, please.
Hello, Midwest mom. Y'all see how beautiful she looks? Y'all see how clean she looks? See how much at peace she is? She doesn't look stressed. Her shoulders are dropped. They're not so tense anymore. Her arms are sitting proper. So, before she didn't put her arms on the table. She just kept them shrunk to her side. That lets you know she's comfortable. Them shoulders are relaxed. Them arms are out forward on that table. It's a beautiful sight to see. Beautiful. Thank God. Her nails look even beautiful. Yes, Lillian. Yes, she has that big glow. You see that hair? You see that blonde, that goldish blonde coming out? It looks beautiful.
Nan, that's the first thing I thought too when seeing the picture was she was glowing. Is my feedback better? Do I sound okay?
Yeah, to us it's always been okay. Yes.
Kat, no, I'm not on a headset, and I don't have anything going on around me. I don't have YouTube on or anything, so I don't know what it could possibly be. Okay, well, if it gets worse again, please let me know. I
Most
may, I may have to switch over to my laptop if needed.
definitely.
So yeah, definitely, please go support Angela in any way that you can. If you even have just a buck, please go give a buck. Let's get that girl what she deserves. And I don't say girl by being the humiliator. Go get that woman what she deserves.
So, 1 second. I see a lot of people chiming in. Uh, the Amazon wish list is finally here. It's on Teresa Williams' page. The link is in the comments. It's at the top of the stream. Um, Everything that you guys get for her will be sent directly to her hands. Everything on that list is what she picked out for herself. And make sure you guys, I would recommend at the end of at like the checkout, you can there's a part where you can leave her a note and just show your love, your encouragement and support for her because she needs it. And we appreciate every last one of you guys. Seymour, you're doing a wonderful job. I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to get answers for you and stuff as well and read these comments. And I know it's hard for you. It's just harder for me because the StreamYard is smaller than the actual chat from the regular YouTube.
Yeah, I don't have any headphones. I think my son has some somewhere, but they're not charged. But I'll try to remember that, maybe pick some up within the next week or so. I knew what you meant, Clara. It's okay. And I did see your post about having a wristband um, from that other guy with his phone number he will give out to people. He does give those away to people to wear on their wrist or wherever. But he has always said that Angela knows his phone number from memory, that his was really the only person she had by memory. I think she knew Frank's by memory as well, because he was always the only one that she would call when she was hospitalized. Yeah, whoever was part of the rescue team, they are absolutely amazing. I'm glad they stepped up and they did what had to be done. Yes, the Night's Inn was where she was left to stay. Absolutely deplorable. I mean, if you're going to pick the worst of the worst, he sure did a good job of picking that. Um, the reviews are absolutely deplorable. I can't imagine even being stuck there. Absolutely nobody, besides maybe E himself, deserves to stay there. So if you can help in any way, please go to Teresa's page and um, find the donation link there. Todd, my guess is it stays open because the people that are down in life are utilizing that place. And it's the only affordable option for them. And that place knows it and knows they can get away with it. But yes, you think they would be subject to state inspections or something. Exactly, vegan. She never did want to stay at that hotel. Unless I'm imagining it, I clearly remember her asking for a better place and then her being told that they didn't have money for that. And then when he got demonetized, he would always tell her they couldn't afford it because he wasn't making money anymore, even though somebody had stepped up and supposedly donated $1,000. Yes, Midwest Mom, you're exactly right. Liza Ann, that's only hope that he is held accountable. Knock on wood if you have some near you. That is my hope. Angela deserves justice for the way that she was treated. This is Seymour who's speaking. Pamela? No, I can't think of very many people in this world that deserve to be treated like that, Todd. And then the nerve that he had to put her on video day after day to tell everybody lies, including Angela herself, to bring in more and more money while she's in the lowest of the low kind of places. It's just so disgusting. Nice to meet you too. At this point, my hope is investigations and everything else is going on behind the scenes that we just don't know about, and that he's going to see his day. I can't stand the thought that he's going to get by with all of this without any repercussions whatsoever. But it tends to be people like him that do get by with everything, unfortunately. But like I said, knock on wood, I hope he sees his day. And that I imagine that the health department and whoever is in charge of inspecting place like that, I'm guessing they're like any other governmental agency. You know, they don't get enough money in funding, they're overworked, too many places to go check out. I mean, it's not a great excuse, but I can see that. Well, that's just it, LA. You are exactly right. How can he get away with this? I mean, the evidence is there. He put it on video day after day after day. Yes, we are all more than aware that he's watching and recording. Um, I think that's expected. And if it's not him, it's one of his minions doing it. And to that I say, how can you possibly support this human being? Please, I welcome you to come on here and join me and explain your side of things and what you are seeing that obviously the rest of us are not seeing, because I don't understand it.
Were you talking about, or is there something that?
Vegan had brought up that E is likely watching and recording this live right now.
Okay, I was about to get him.
And I said, I'm sure that he probably is. I mean, I don't think any of us would be surprised by that fact. yeah, it's in the meantime, he has gotten by with it, and now he's moving on to, his next victims, I'm sure. His sidekick and her family. I guarantee you, he does not keep interpersonal relationships with people very long at all. And they always crumble. And when they crumble, whose fault is it? Well, it's never his fault. According to him, it's always the other person. And he turns on people just like that. The thing is, though, Clara, from what I've seen from his followers, a lot of them are older ladies who have disabilities and are limited income people themselves, that want to believe in him, that want to believe he's doing good and helping people like themselves. So I don't believe that all of his followers are necessarily terrible people. I think they're naive. And then, of course, the other part of them, I do think I don't have any excuse for and won't make excuses for them. I would think that many of us probably were at one time bamboozled by him. I certainly was. I mean, I was never full in because I always kept some skepticism towards him because things weren't always adding up. But very initially, he almost had me. They all share the same one brain cell. Highly possible. Absolutely. And you know what? They all probably do share the same one brain cell because I tend to think most of them are the same person with multiple, just different user handles. Yeah, kitty lover, you definitely would think that they would run away from him, but they don't until he starts bashing them. He is the common denominator. I think we have said that for a while now, that when you look at across the whole big picture of everything that's happened with him going after all the content creators that he's went after, um, who's the problem? Him. No one else. Him. I mean, I'm not saying other people may not have issues, but um, things didn't blow up until he started his tirade with his cease and desist and threats of lawsuits and everything else. And I'm sure we're all being named in a lawsuit that are part of this live. It's and the Reddit and everywhere else.
Hey, one second, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just posted Teresa's Cash App. So if you guys didn't have the PayPal or anything like that, the Cash App is in the comments as well, guys. So I posted it like 3 times. Teresa posted it like 1 time, and I'm posting it again right now. There you guys go. Thank you, Seymour.
No problem. Thank you, Fernand. I'm honestly just winging it. I had no plan on getting up here tonight. I'm not always the best with having an agenda ready when I come up here. Mainly, I just want to see the chat getting the voice. Him's nasty. Are you saying that you feel unloved? Oh, don't feel that way. I hope everything is okay. Feel free to come up here with me if you would like to. Oh, I noticed that, Victoria. He does that to absolutely everybody that he records. He humiliates them to their face. He was doing that when they were in the Asian market this weekend. It was disgusting, and she was just laughing about it, like she laughs about everything. But maybe she was laughing because she was uncomfortable. But either way, yes, he does that to everybody that he videos. He actively humiliates them. He did the same thing to our man. Oh,
Mother
gotcha.
Teresa, sorry, Mother Donna, check your message, Mother Donna.
Hi,
Sorry,
Chili. No, you're okay. It's your channel.
it's not my channel.
It's our channel. That's right.
100% correct.
So it looks like we have someone new joining us, chilling with Tracy. Chat is moving so fast, I gotta find it. She says, I am new here. Hello, all. I hated him from the time he started with LIP. I didn't like anyone that didn't like LIP. Now I'm noticing everyone is starting to talk more kind about him, and I love that. You know, I keep my thoughts about other content creators to myself because I don't think my thoughts about other creators are what's important besides E. I've always been open and honest that my number one priority is to see E have some justice served towards him and for him to stop being able to hurt the vulnerable people that's out there in Phoenix and really the hopeless people, the people that have nobody else to stand up for them and help them. But that's who I have a soft spot for in my heart. I've during my social work career, that's who I worked with were the people that were kind of at the bottom of the totem pole who had nobody else to stand up for them and help them. Pamela, he talks to everybody in a child voice, and it is absolutely disgusting. I don't appreciate being spoken to like that, but he thinks it's okay to speak to literally everybody in that annoying childlike voice. Hi, Mike. Hope you're having a good night. Yes, we definitely want this platform to be a safe and positive place for all to talk. Anyone want to come up here, please do so. I would love to have you. I imagine much of you are like me, and typically I'm just a big introvert that stays to myself for the most part, and I'm not a huge overly spoken person, but I am so determined that people are educated about what E has done so that he can be stopped. And I figured this is my one thing that I can do to help in that regard since I feel so helpless and being able to help in any other way. I have felt helpless for so long not knowing what to do. And honestly finding first it was Reddit that there was a group of people there that was feeling the same way that I did. I was incredibly thankful for that space and then having this space to be able to go on and talk to other people that were feeling similar was making me feel a lot better that I wasn't just crazy with how I was feeling about things. Well, the thing is, Pamela, he's posting mostly old videos at this point at the canal. I don't think that he's allowed on the canal right now unless things have changed. And again, what does that say about him that he gets kicked out of everywhere as well? He's not allowed at Andre House. He's, I don't think, allowed at the canal anymore. There's not going to be too many spaces left for him to go anymore. Even when he was on the canal, not many people were taking food from him. Yeah, Midwest. He cannot be a very pleasant human being to be around when the first thing he does when he does not get his way is threatens to call the cops on you or to have a lawsuit against you, or it tends to be the most guilty people are the ones that act like that. Miranda, I think that's why he acts like that, because he is so guilty of everything. Oh, and him's nasty. She deserves the ones with sugar, not the sugar-free ones. Let that woman have her sugar. I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but when you're an addict and you go to get sober, you crave sugar because it hits the same pleasure centers that drugs do. And that is why people in recovery crave sugar so deeply, and they binge out on sugar for a while they're getting sober. That's why it always made me absolutely livid when he would try to keep her from sugar. It would just be so funny because he would make her buy sugar-free monsters, but then he would buy her sugary foods all the time. It never made any sense to me. But yes, let Angela have her sugar monsters. Anything to bring her some happiness and pleasure right now, as far as I'm concerned.
Mother Donna and Teresa, I just sent it to you, Teresa. You're welcome, Mother. Sorry, Samuel.
You're good. Yes, Vicky, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know how many of you have been part of AA meetings or Al-Anon meetings or any of that stuff, but normally at those meetings, they always have plenty of coffee and sugary snacks or drinks for people. Oh, yes, thank you for the generous donation, Funky and Mother. That's awesome. Absolutely, Gina, you are so correct. Yes, his viewers definitely bought everything. He has not put in a single dime of his, no matter how much he wants to claim that he has. It's just ironic and hilarious to me that somebody who claims they have enough money to retire in their young 30s can't contribute anything himself. Yes, Mike, that would be absolutely why. So maybe I'm not speaking to you, Mike. I'm just speaking in general terms here. If you know somebody that is a recovering addict or alcoholic, be kind to them if they're wanting to eat on a bunch of sugar. Maybe get them a little basket of sugary treats. Oh, yes, Paul, I'm so glad that you brought that up. I did see that too. I don't know if I saw his post about it or a video or another comment or someone posting it, but he was claiming that he was going to lose his medical license. I would like to know what kind of medical license this human being has. Because if he has one, I want to know what it is so we can contact whoever is behind that, because that man clearly should not have it. And does he mean a medical license for his charity? Does he mean himself? I don't know. I don't get it. Supposedly he has a nurse on staff. And I find that hard to believe. I have never met that nurse or seen her on video. I've only seen her on the webpage. He is absolutely not an EMT. I believe his criminal background alone would disqualify him from being an EMT. If you've seen his videos of where he supposedly responding to medical crises situations, he is the furthest that you would want responding to you. He's probably going to cause you more damage than he is going to help you. His weed card. I don't know. Can you lose that? I'm not in a legal state, so I don't know how people with cards work, if they can get taken away or not. Susie, I didn't realize he says that he does have a caregiver at home when he's not working. Well, according to him, he's not working because he doesn't take in an income. And supposedly he's the caregiver for his mother undergoing cancer treatment, but I don't know how he can possibly be providing that to her either. Yes, Kitty Lover, he made a comment about he may be losing his medical license. And yes, his website, I don't know if you've ever been to the MASA website, but it claims that he has a nurse on staff. Celeste says that it's legal in Arizona. He doesn't even need a card. Is it like Colorado where you have recreational versus medical? Is it separated? Jolene Tracy asked, I wonder if they removed his little brother because of what he's accused of doing to R. I don't know. I do remember at one point him saying something about a brother living there, but I never really heard much more about it. Hi, Perry. No, he is the crisis team. I mean, he should have a vest that says, I am the crisis team. And he is the last person you want in a crisis. If I'm in crisis and I see that man coming, I'm finding all the strength I have in me to run the other direction. He is. That made me laugh. I'm sorry. Miranda, you're absolutely right. He is a crisis himself. Absolutely. Yes, Celeste. That's how it is in Colorado as well. But I know you can get medical marijuana versus recreational marijuana, and I think the medical marijuana, there's not a limit to how much you can buy on the daily or weekly. I know Colorado, if you're recreational only, meaning you don't have your medical card, you're limited to how much you can buy a day or a week or something like that. I haven't lived in Colorado for quite a few years at this point, but I was there when everything was becoming legal. He is a walking, talking crisis. Absolutely. But you know what? He's burning all of his bridges, so nobody's going to want to help him at this point. You know, even if he walks into a hospital or somewhere now, I bet people are dreading seeing him, which is pretty sad. To me, he's the picture of a person in crisis. He's got the religious ideation going on, and that is no, you know, I'm not throwing shade at anybody that is religious or a Christian, but, you know, people that are in a mental health crisis, often one of their first manifestations is all of a sudden becoming deeply religious. And he did that. Everything now, he relates back to religion, and he didn't used to do that quite as much. But again, he could be doing that because a lot of his supporters are very religious, and I think he's trying to appeal to them, but who knows? He's a walking billboard for why we need institutions in this country. Probably so. As a social worker, I had many of my clients were the old school people who had been institutionalized who shouldn't have been institutionalized. But yes, I do still think sometimes there needs to be institutions for certain people, and he is probably one of those people that would qualify. Vicky, are you talking about E claiming um, his cancer stuff, multiple myeloma, if I remember correct? I could be wrong about that part. I was talking to somebody about that, and it's not a very curable cancer, but somehow he was miraculously cured. And in fact, he had said he was cured once he did his GoFundMe for it and was getting money. That all it took was a few $1,000s to cure him. A few $1,000s in GoFundMe donations specifically that cured him. I thought that was kind of a slap in the face for people who are struggling with cancer. That, you know, if you just put up a GoFundMe and you get a couple of grand in donations, it's going to cure you and make you all better. That's exactly what I thought, Perry. Thank you. In Arizona, recreational can buy an ounce a day, and medical, you're limited to 2.5 ounces every 2 weeks. Higher potency edibles, though. Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought. Is that if you had the medical, you were allowed higher potency and more product. Oh, I think Kim's Nasty has joined us.
Hello. I figured I'd jump on for just a few minutes. My husband's in the shower, so and of course he just made a noise, so the dog's gonna bark. I'm sitting here trying to respond to everybody. Is like, "Ah, I'll just jump on and help."
Right, that's why I get on too. It's sometimes just easier than typing, you know?
I can type well. I type like 54 words per minute, so I can I can usually keep up pretty much. But then I start doing that, especially on my computer. If I hit the at and type a couple letters, it pops up the person's name, and then I can just hit enter and it highlights it so I can respond to each person versus on my phone where I have to like literally type out every letter, and it's just a pain in the rear end.
Absolutely. Italian Girl says, isn't
Hi,
it
Mother
weird
Donna.
how not E or any of his moderators are coming up here to stand up for him? Yes. And this is the last thing I'll say before I give it over to him's nasty, but
No, no, no. I'm only up here for just a few
welcome his
minutes.
moderators or his supporters to come up here. I really do. I don't have a problem with that as long as they're respectful.
Mhm.
But you know, I would love a deeper understanding for what is going through people's heads to continue to support him. I really would. I don't understand it.
Exactly. I seen where like one of his friends was in the chat. Um she said that she used to be good friends with him until she started hearing all these different things. Um I don't know if she would be willing to kind of explain, but I'm curious what specifically kind of changed her mind. Um um, what changed her mind as to her thinking with them since she had been friends with them. Um, you know, if she did she ever see anything unusual or anything out of him um, over the course of their friendship? Um, you know, she has kind of an insight as being a friend with him. So I don't know. I don't know if she'd be willing to share any of that.
Pamela Maltese, are you still in here? Not to call you out or anything, but we would love your perspective if you're willing to give it to us.
If not, it's okay. It was just kind of something that was just kind of interesting to me. How she
Absolutely.
was. I honestly, Pamela, I'm not trying to like put you on the spot or anything. It's okay if you don't want to. Um, it was just kind of, it was interesting that somebody had actually had mentioned it. So it's no biggie. And real quick, I definitely prayers out to Mama Donna. I'm not sure what's going on with her, Funky, but definitely prayers to her.
Absolutely. I must have missed that as well. But same here.
But yeah, last night, when they were doing their feeding, thank God he didn't have that capybara or whatever. It looks like a big old giant gerbil or hamster outfit. But he was trying to get JoJo to come back and move back in with him and help with taking care of his mom while he was out doing stuff. And he made comment that he he was talking about his cancer in the present tense, along with his lupus and his ADHD or his autism, not ADHD, but his autism. And I think he rattled off a couple other things. Oh, his lupus, um, and whatnot. So yeah,
I
I was like,
expected
your
making
cancer in present tense? Excuse me?
yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think he's gonna dig deep and reach for anything that he can to get those donations incoming again.
Yes, he looked like a tan Barney. Yes, Jerry.
Oh,
It's okay, Pamela. No worries at all, honey. I just thought I would ask the question. I do appreciate you kind of letting us know who you are. I do appreciate that. I'm sorry if I embarrassed you. It was just something I rattled off the top of my head. I have that tendency. Um, I agree, Anne, Carmichael, his lupus is BS. I've got a couple friends that have lupus, and I have one that passed from lupus. Um, he doesn't have lupus, and that's not a joking matter. And
absolutely.
I'm
I know
sorry
people
for.
with this as well, and you would not be able to handle that Arizona heat with
Mm-mm.
lupus.
No, and considering lupus is something that's typically more found in females than males. I mean, I'm not saying that they don't get it, um, but it's something that usually attacks females more than males. Um, just kind of pointing that out there, but it's not to say that it doesn't happen. It's just more common. Um, yeah, I think I remember you saying that, Teresa, that you have lupus and RA. RA sucks. That's a rough one too. I have a little bit of that, not super bad, but I do have a little bit of that coming on. I don't know if it's actually considered the RA, but I have arthritis in my stupid neck with bone spurs. But they haven't like classified it as that. I have was it Ehlers-Danlos syndrome or something like that is what they're trying to classify what I have. Um,
Animals, yeah.
yeah, something like that. I can't ever say it. I went have a shoulder injury, and I went and had an MRI, and they came back and told me that my MRI shows that my shoulder's locked up, and I lifted my shoulder all and my arm all the way up to the sky. I said, "Does it look like my shoulder's locked up?" They're like, "No, but you have like absolutely no cartilage left. It's all scar tissue." So my scar tissue is now my cartilage and ligaments and stuff in my shoulder. I'm a freak of nature.
Not fun. Yes,
Anyway,
he is a scammer. He's a classic scammer and a classic grifter, and
yes.
he knows no low to try to get money. Absolutely no low.
It just annoys me when he starts in with the fake illnesses, because those are serious illnesses that he keeps talking about. And it's just wrong. It infuriates me because those are serious things that people deal with. Um, I think I heard when he did his some of his feeding was over close to the homeless shelter or something today. And I heard him say something about his kids. Um, and he said they were what, 17 and 19 or something. Um, but I don't know. He comes up with something different all the time. And I don't even know if that was a new video or not.
I don't
You
know
can't
if
keep up with them. I'm
yeah,
sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
someone had said in there that they knew those boys, and yeah, that they were 17 and 19, and one of them got sent back to Venezuela, and the other one ran away from him and went back, I don't know, to the shelter or wherever. So yes, they I don't know what happened, but they got away from him.
Well, they were smart to get away, I guess. You know?
Well, I can only imagine. I'm sure they were victims of his as well, unfortunately. Just speculation on my part.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just so relieved that Angela got away from him finally.
Definitely. Yes. When I found out that day after work, I came out of work feeling like a huge weight had been lifted because I was so happy for her. I knew there was still a lot of work ahead of her, but just the fact that she got away was, I was waiting for that day to come.
Wait, Italian girl? You said that he mentioned you the other night in his live stream? I just seen your message. I was trying to catch up with the chat.
She did say that. Well, what does that tell you, Kathleen, if he was court ordered to undergo a psychiatric evaluation? And I don't know how he got out of that. That I don't believe that he ended up actually having that done and following through with that. It may have been because his cases were dismissed or something. I don't know. I don't remember the particulars of all that.
Um, I'm fixing to chime in really quick. Again, guys, a lot of new people are here. The Amazon wish list is here for Angela. It's on Teresa Williams' page. It's linked in the comments. It's linked at the top. Um, Everything on the Amazon wish list is what Angela picked out herself and stuff that she needs, and it will be sent directly to her. And at the end of the checkout, there's a way that you can leave a note and just send her your love and support. And we thank you guys so much. Sorry, say more and him's nasty. I'm out.
So rude. No, I'm kidding.
Stop.
Very Angela. That was just so
Stop.
wrong.
We love you so much. You know that.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, listen to
Yeah, you
Baby Funky's always in my head right here.
him. Just leave him on here. He can run the show.
You he might yeah he's
He's your mini me.
yeah, but there's a lot of work I need to do to him because his mouth is a little soapy.
I
So
wonder where he gets it.
Daddy.
yeah.
I know he doesn't. I know he can't. He doesn't get it from mom.
Dad, your shirt.
uh,
Your shirt.
Shirt's blue.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
Daddy, your blue. Dad. Dad.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Oh.
Littles are so cool. How old is he?
Or he'll be 5 in August.
That's so cool. Those are the fun ages. They start to become sponges and like take in everything.
Yes, and you have to be very careful because they will mimic everything that you do.
Yes. Yes. And they want to do everything that you're doing.
It's more with him. It's the Roblox. So he mimics like, and I have to put on parental for him because it's like what they mimic is a little. It should be. So I don't understand it because I don't really play Roblox. My wife does, but he's getting better.
My oldest son was all into commercials around that age, and one of the big things, um, I think the brand name was Razor, had a scooter that was out, and he could tell you word for word. He was like a walking commercial for the Razor scooter. He's like, "Mom, I want a Razor scooter," and blah 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 blah, and he would just the whole commercial when he would tell me he wanted a Razor scooter. There was, like, all kinds of, like, bad things coming out about that scooter. He did not get one of those scooters. Yeah, there's a reason that when they have the cartoons on the weekends or whatever, that they have all those kid commercials.
Midwest Mom says she doesn't see the link. Can someone repost it, please?
For for Teresa's?
Yeah, I believe so. Correct me if I'm
Um,
Midwest Mom.
it's on the top of the screen, but it's not where you can just click it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Hold on, I'll get it.
So while Funky was talking, LA made a comment. I know
There you
this
go.
sounds like a crazy question, but do you think it's possible he's working in cahoots with any cartels or anything? Just the way he was telling those people crossing the border that that he was going to help them, and then the way he got those two teenagers from overseas, something is really weird. And then I don't know if you just saw my comment, but yes, he was a coyote. He, I believe, was even um, charged for that in court and convicted. And I suspect there's probably some kind of trafficking going on. I have no proof, and I don't know that, but I would not be surprised by that. Good night, Nocturna. Have a good
Night.
night.
Yep. Good night, Nocturna.
I imagine there's people in here that know more about his past court cases than I do. I mean, I looked at them, but I didn't memorize all of them by any means.
That work. Ah, thank you, Teresa. She reposted. I don't think mine was working right. I'm going to delete mine.
Paul, I don't know if he's actually ever done time or if he's gotten probation or fines or what. I honestly don't know. You thought I'm an actual coyote? No. I mean, yeah, it's an actual coyote, but it depends on what actual coyote you're talking about.
A coyote is one that helps to, isn't it oh, never mind. He figured it out. Yeah, I was getting
Yes.
ready to say the human trafficker, but I think she had figured it out. And I did laugh. Because I used to think that too. I was
I
like,
be out there to dog next.
yeah, oh no, I quiet but fearless. There's no one by his name listed on the Arizona EMS registry. He's not a licensed EMT in the state of Arizona. Yeah, yeah, I don't think he is either. Anyway, even without even looking for it.
Exactly. Which just
Otherwise, he wouldn't do CPR on a man that's holding his arm up while he's breathing, and that was full on chest compressions. The same thing with just kind of going around just automatically giving Narcan, and sometimes multiple doses. I don't know how often you're supposed to do that because that's pretty potent stuff.
Yeah,
Especially
there's
if you're not.
definitely guidelines to how many doses you can give in a certain amount of time period. Now, I will say if you are given Narcan and you don't need it, it's 99% of the time it's not going to hurt you at all. That is the good news, but
That's good.
still, he should not be doing it because he does not know what he is doing.
Yeah, it's kind of like the guy that he Narcan last night that was laying on the sidewalk.
Oh my
Um,
God.
that
Guy.
guy, I don't know if that guy needed it or not. I mean, we've seen people react to it, but that guy reacted like faster than anybody I've ever seen react to it.
I
So
don't think he. Let's
I
just
don't
put
think
it.
he needed it as fast as he came up. He was just laying there breathing. But I mean, he said the guy was out in traffic. The guy was on the sidewalk, and I find it hard to believe that when he's always got his camera on, that he didn't manage to get the guy when he was like running in traffic. So I don't know. Maybe he didn't get his camera on fast enough. So.
You're probably right. Mirande says, yes, reminds me of those car memes. Don't Narcan me. I'm sleeping. Should make shirts up and donate them to everybody on the street and put that shirt on in the areas that he likes to hang out in. I swear he goes around looking for people that he can shoot up with Narcan. I think he's not doing it to try to save somebody's life per se, because I think he always wants to be the hero. But I think he is so gung ho to Narcan somebody that he is just.
Hello, girls.
Oh gosh, Casey and Deb, both of y'all are in my thoughts.
It's trouble.
Hey, gorgeous, how are you? You didn't even say hi to me over in Callie's chat earlier. Hi to
You talking about Rico?
Oh yes, Rico's.
I'm
If you did,
sorry.
I didn't see you. I was like,
I
you didn't say hi to me.
I don't look at the chat all the way, but you guys just brought up a good point about the young children or young adults that were supposedly living with E.
Yes.
Because R had mentioned that he don't know what happened, they just disappeared. So I bet you anything that they were not here legally because he is one lonely, crazy, stupid man.
He's a weirdo.
He is a creep.
He's talking about girls that were staying at his house and everything else last night, and when he was trying to get JoJo to come back, but it was like, I keep thinking about that video I've seen on his TikTok where he was like, "This isn't any place for you to be out here, girl." And that's exactly how he said it to JoJo. He called JoJo girl. I'm just like,
JoJo was living in was staying in my room, and then he tried to correct himself. Oh, I just meant he was staying at my house in like another room.
I heard that. Yes, he did screw up. And JoJo's like, oh, hell no, I'm not coming home with you.
I mean, I was just like floored. I'm like, oh, please don't go back there. Please don't go back there.
Right?
Yeah,
professional is going to bring a so-called client into their personal home.
But they're not clients. That's all we ever heard was they were clients, and now they're not clients. He doesn't have that
Yeah,
kind
he
of a
doesn't
business.
have clients. That's right.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God, he's anyway. Well, my husband is out of the shower. He's already like he came in and looked at me, so I need to take the doggos out.
Sure, as
Um,
soon as I come on, you go run away.
oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't really
That's
planning on jumping
okay.
up here, but I was chit chatting in the
I,
in the
I'll, well, I never ever mean to ignore you, him's nasty.
yeah, whatever. How can anybody ignore my big?
I love you, sister, and I just don't keep my eyes on all the. I was too busy giving what's her name a timeout over there. She was getting after me, and I wasn't liking it at all.
It is okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
Funky
so I
down
gave
there.
her a
Love.
5 minute
Should I
break.
be a mod over on this channel? I'm on a mod on the other one, but not this one. That's why I said I wasn't feeling blue.
Yeah, I was surprised that R gave me a wrench. I was like, yes, but that's the only person I have a wrench for, except for uh, um, another girl, Megan something on YouTube. I'm also a wrench for her.
I
But
usually don't even care if I'm a mod. I was just
yeah,
I have to
it
say
doesn't bother
Funky
me
crap
because you got to
gave
watch
me a
the
mod.
chat. You know, you
Yeah,
can't
he
really.
gave me moderator on the other channel. When we first started kind of going over there and stuff with A. So I have to give him grief because he didn't mod me over here.
Yeah, well, just so you know, E
Fair.
knows me very much so because I would always speak my mind to him. And when I left the very first comment that he didn't like, he responded to me in the comment section. Actually, no, he had already blocked me, and I was on um, the Streets channel. And I was leaving comments on under his videos because I needed to express myself. And he saw it and he let me know that he knows my personal information and I better watch myself. And that creeped me out when he said that. I thought, who in the heck do you think you are trying to scare me? I'm old enough to be his mama.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but can you believe it? He tried to scare me. I know your personal info. I don't give a crap if you know my address, my phone number, or anything else. I really don't care, you know. But we all know now why he never ever videoed Angela in her beautiful hotel room.
Oh yes, her yeah.
You know, never even showed, you know, being inside, it's not showing the location, but we never got to see. We never
I
got to see it.
opened up when he wouldn't do any videos of Angela in that nasty hotel room. Knew it.
Yeah, from what I hear, it was pretty bad. I'm glad that someone took pictures of it.
Me too.
I'm very glad. And I'm also happy to see her wearing sleeveless shirts again because I
Yes.
swear E was keeping her from wearing shorts and short sleeved shirts, you know.
Well, he
He
had this
was
persona of
a
her
girl.
wanting to make her like, I mean, excuse me for the stereotype. I mean, I'm 52, so I don't feel like it's that big of a stereotype. But he was trying to make her dress like she's like 95, 97 years old. But I know 97, 95-year-olds that still don't dress like the stereotypical what you'd see like on TV or whatever. But it's
I
like
hear you
if
there.
she wants to dress that way, let her dress that way. She was comfortable like that.
I remember
Yep.
them in Kohl's or somewhere like that shopping, and he was pointing out clothes that he wanted Angela to try, and he was pointing out dresses and talking about how he was going to get her into a dress, and the dresses were like those prairie style dresses, and I
Yes.
do not put her into those clothes. She has a
Prairie dresses. That's funny how you said that.
Yes. See her in in one of those, like she's gonna go to a prom or something. Like, yeah, right.
Oh God. How
It was
about when he
either
shopped
that
for her
extreme or the really
underwear
old
at the
stuff.
Goodwill?
No, no, the used ladies stuff. That was that that still boils my
Let's go find you some used underwear, Angela,
And then
when
he
you
takes
can
it.
buy
And
5 pair
size
for $10 at the store, brand new.
Well, then he was all excited because he took her over to the men's and found some that he wears. You can wear
Yeah.
underwear like I do.
And the Goodwill prices, they aren't so cheap anymore. In fact, I go to the Goodwill and I won't pay their high prices. I could go to Ross and buy a brand new dress for the same price that Goodwill charges anymore.
Exactly, Anne. Um, and then after he started getting income, like donations and stuff for her, then he started taking her to Kohl's and some of these higher, price places, and then in Walmart or whatever, and then he started trashing people that used to take, that they would take her to Goodwill. He's like, they took you to Goodwill. We can take you to, these places. It's
Yeah,
like, dude,
yeah,
did you forget you used to take her to buy used panties? I never
yeah,
seen any
that's
of them do
disgusting.
that.
I know, that's disgusting. And what about the night? I think he heard us talking about how he heard R talking about how they would get those donation or the food from Trader Joe's, and they would pull over to the
Yeah.
side of the road and pick out stuff for themselves. And so what does he go and do? He has some kind of steak shish
Yes.
kebab meal at the canal or wherever off the side of the road. And I don't know if everybody noticed, but that dinner only lasted 15 minutes. They didn't have very much
Mhm.
meat. It was mostly peppers and other
Yeah.
veggies,
Mhm.
trying to
That was
show that,
exactly
oh,
what happened.
people say we don't give out meat, but look at this. Well, it's funny because the dinner only lasted like 15 minutes and they were
It
done. It
was
was
just
all
that
gone.
one tray, and then did you notice the very next night it was right back to the chicken?
Got back to the chicken.
Chicken and
The
rice, or tuna and
chicken
rice, or
and
salmon
rice.
and rice.
Yep. Oh,
Uh,
and when was it? This because he uploaded two. The first one when they went out to dinner recently and were drinking.
yes, Paul, I agree.
The
Hopefully
first
you posted
video
it.
was a short one, and the second live stream was the longer one. He tells Angela, he says, "Yeah, I used to spend $500 for dinner on just myself." And he had also told her that was regular for me, and shook his head up and down like, like he's Mr. Rich Boy.
made a
That's gotta
comment.
make that's gotta
Credit.
make a lot of those people who are donating mad when one minute he says that he needs money, and then he turns around and says, I don't people think I'm poor. I got money.
Yeah.
So, like I said, no, out of all of his supporters and all of his moderators and even himself, we have welcomed them to come on to stand up for themselves. They won't do it. They won't do
Mhm.
it. My alarm's going off.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, you
forget
guys have a
telling
good
me.
evening. I'm going to get off here. It's like well, it's almost 10 till midnight now. We've been out working in the yard all day, so I'm like tired. But you guys have a good night. I'm going to jump off here. Funky, it's all yours again. You can have my spot back. And I will chat with you ladies later. Um, I don't know if you guys are gonna have it tomorrow or whatever, but I'll be around. I kind of jump around on the streams here and there. So I will chat with you guys later. Have a good night, you guys.
You have a good night as well.
And you got my email.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
email.
said you got it and you forwarded it on to whoever.
Yes, I did.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. You
No.
guys have a good night.
You too.
I
Night chat.
Yeah, Teresa, I saw you posting about he's really going after you hard right now. Sorry you have to deal with that. maybe one of us should go and cause some chaos to get his focus off of you for a while.
Yeah, because we're getting the CPS threats. Uh, we're getting to the like death threats. We're getting.
Are you coming back up, Italian? Did we lose you? What happened?
There she goes.
There
I'm
you are.
back.
I was wondering what.
Well, I went to, my alarm was going off on my phone. I put batteries in these, those candles that are fake candles, and you can set them to go off every night at a certain time. Well, I put new batteries in them during the daytime, and I need to set them to go off now. And when that alarm went off on my phone, it kicked me off. So I'm setting all of my candles now so they glow 5 hours at night instead of during the day. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All righty.
What are you apologizing?
The other night when he was dressed in that gerbil suit, you know what I was thinking to myself?
What were you thinking?
I was thinking, oh God, I hope there ain't no pit bulls running loose in the neighborhood because they're going to attack his ass. Could you imagine? He'd scare the crap out of a dog that's loose, especially a mean dog. Oh God. We would have saw a gerbil running down the streets of Phoenix.
Oh. I wonder if it brought him any extra donations that he thought it was going to. I have a feeling it was not successful.
What's that?
I said, I wonder if it ended up bringing him any of the donations that he was hoping it was going to, because I feel like it was all an act to try to bring in views and donations. But yeah. I don't think the mission failed.
Yeah, his views are down, and he thought that he was going to bring Angela on, and they were going to keep build his channel with Angela. From what I understand, when he was trying to get JoJo to come home with him, excuse me, he said Angela's staying there. So possibly Angela's mom probably found out they were drinking and got mad. So now Angela's been staying at Eric or East, but I'm not sure.
Can you imagine going through chemo treatment for your cancer and having to deal with that in your house every night? I just could not. Thing. I mean,
that's another thing. While his mother is suffering at the hospital, he's out laughing and drinking and having a good old time.
Yes.
And I'm not sure when it was when he mentioned this. I think it was when he ranted at the end of one of his videos that, we all know that he supposedly had cancer. And he has told us all plenty of times before that it's just been a few years ago when he started making sandwiches and using his disability money, and he would go out and feed the homeless, and he'd be on a walker. Well, the other night, he claims that this was when he was 21 years old, and it was back in 2019. Well, that doesn't add up right. He's in his 30s. So he lies so much that he don't even know what the heck he's saying.
That's the problem with lying, is once you start lying so much, you can't even keep track of your lies anymore. So you create more lies to cover up those lies, and then more lies to cover up those lies, and it just becomes an endless cycle of lying. But I'm sure he knows that he's lying, but the thing is, I think he lies so much, he believes his own lies, even when they contradict themselves.
Yeah, it's part of his whatever problem that he has, because he can't shut up. He
No,
just cannot shut up for nothing.
and he could never be wrong, so he's going to create a lie if it's going to make him sound like he's right.
And if anybody wants to go and see, it is the second video of the live stream of him and Angela eating that expensive steak that he mentions my name, and I posted it in the comments. But actually, if I'm blocked, I guess nobody would be able to see that posted stamp of him saying that Italian girl that I and someone else he mentioned, and that we're nuts. He doesn't even know me.
Oh, but he sure thinks he's going to make you think that he does, to
Oh
try to
yeah.
scare you.
And another thing, and I hate to keep talking, girls, but if Angela is still in Phoenix, I'm pretty much 100% sure that LIP still has a lot of donations that are Angela's. If Frank could get a hold of LIP, he could surely help with a lot of summer clothes for her, because she got a lot of donations last year that he
She did.
never was able to disperse all of them out to her.
Sorry to interrupt you. I thought he said, though, if he wasn't able to give donations out, he always just gave them to somebody else instead. So do you think he held on to them, or do you think he ended up giving them out to other people in need?
He may have given out a few things, but there was so much stuff that it's like a 95% chance he still has a lot of her stuff. And the only reason why he has backed away is because he's a smart man and he's not going to be a part of the drama. He's blocked me too, and I'm not sure. I think his moderator did about a year or two ago, because I've never ever said anything bad on LIP's channel, and I still watch him today. But there was so many donations and I'm sure that he'd be more than happy to know about how Angela's doing. He just will not get into the, people would bring up other channels on his live streams, and he would tell them straight up, don't bring that over here. But I think he does. I think he's got some more stuff for her.
Well, as I said earlier, I have no doubt that Angela has been in touch with him, because she always had his phone number memorized. And if, from what it sounds like, she's been contacting and reconnecting with all of her local friends. So I have no doubt that she's been in touch with him. And I'm glad that he at least has kept that private, if that is the case.
Yeah, she would call him so much. And when all this drama was coming down, he may have blocked her from calling him. And that's why she had to call him using Frank's number and actually got through to him. But you can still, it'd go straight to his voicemail and she could still leave a message. So if anybody on here is in communications with Angela, please let her know for her to leave a message that she's no longer with E and that she would like to talk to him, and just leave a recorded message, and he'll get a hold of her. He cared a lot about her. I don't care what anybody says. E says, oh, why wouldn't he pay for rooms? He did pay for a room, and she left the room. And I believe LIP doesn't want to be responsible for if a room gets trashed, because you have to give them your debit card. And I just think that LIP just didn't want to be responsible. And I really, personally, I don't blame him.
I have never, what am I trying to say? I've never held that against him. I never thought that was anything bad, because I would have been the same way. going to include
Yeah.
the cost of somebody else possibly destroying a room.
Yeah, because back then she was really strung out, and she was kind of on the wild side. And she could have invited 10 of her little street friends and they could have really, really trashed the place. So
sorry to
but
harass you, Mike.
I don't know if he's really married either, if he even knows what he's talking about. But I know that he's taking care of his little nephew now, and sometimes his nephew's in the other room. So maybe, maybe he is married, because you don't leave a 4-year-old in another room while you're live streaming. Sometimes he has him with him, and sometimes he doesn't. But I've always looked up to LIP. In fact, I did have a crush on him, and then I saw him get a little arrogant on his live streams, and I thought, yeah, arrogancy does not go well with me. But I never said anything mean. I think one of his moderators was jealous of me, and she blocked me for some reason. Because I would be a little bit flirtatious 3 years ago on LIP's live streams, but it was innocently. I know he's got a lot of ladies that has a crush on him. He's a handsome man. For being 50, he's handsome as heck.
Well, I'm pretty sure that he's married. I've seen his the website for their marriage and their wish list or their registry and all that. So I'm pretty sure that he is.
Finding all of that, I googled his name and I haven't been able to find anything. But I believe it if you say it. Now that I hear you say it,
They may have removed that since so many people were looking into him. I don't know, but
how do you get a hold of Google to tell them to take some information offline? I need help with that.
Good question. I don't know. I am.
Maybe Funky Town can help me. He's kind of a smart guy. See, I'm just working with a phone, and I need some information taken off of Google. And since I do come on this live, Funky Town, you get my real name, because I guess you get my email, and that's my name. And if you Google it, it's going to show my phone number and my address, and I'd like to know why it's on there. And I want it taken off of Google.
Hold on. Did you try to get on here?
What's that?
When you try to get on here?
When I come on your live streams, doesn't it show my email to you?
No, I don't see any of that.
Oh, I thought you would get my email.
No, that's not how.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to get like your private number without, the world getting it, so I could tell you my real name and see if you can help me get my information off of Google.
Mike says look into your Google settings. I didn't think about that, but he's correct. You might have in your Google settings under the privacy, and I don't remember what the tab is called, but there's a tab that's privacy and security, I think, and it has if you want your information to be public or not. So I
don't even know how to get into Google accounts.
You have a Gmail.
I have a Gmail. Yeah, my email.
You're logged into Gmail. You should be able to go into settings. You said you're just using a phone. Do you have an iPhone or an Android?
Android.
Okay, you should be able to go into the settings and go to accounts and
go into my email, like my messenger. Or not messenger, I'm sorry. Actually, my Gmail button on my phone to find the settings, or how would I find the settings?
So you should be able to swipe down from the top of your phone.
Okay.
And see that little settings wheel. It's like a gear or something. Usually is how the settings gear thingy looks.
All right, I'll have to do it when I'm off of here because last thing I want to do is get kicked off this live again.
Yeah.
But it's been on my mind. And my son said he'd look into it, but he hasn't. I just don't get it. I don't understand because I've Googled other people, thinking, okay, is so and so's information on, and it's not. Like I don't know how my information got on there.
Well, at minimum, if you can even just get on the Google browser itself, just type in Google, privacy settings, and it
Mm,
will be able to walk you through it. And yes,
okay,
like you can probably find a YouTube with a tutorial as well.
I'll get my son on that because he knows more. He keeps
There
saying he'll look into it, but every time he comes over, we end up, doing other fun stuff.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could just email me at funkytownuncut@gmail.com. Young girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see if I can send you a message then on funkytown@gmail.com.
Funkytownuncut@gmail.
Okay. I bet it. Okay. I will try to remember that.
Yes, Kat.
Thank you,
Unfortunately,
Funky Town.
information is available all over the place.
But
Absolutely. But I find it funny how, celebrities with tons of money can make things just disappear.
I would assume I'd have to do it on my end though, because I don't know. I would have to do it on my phone in order to take it off. I would think, but if I have any, if I need you, Funky Town, I'll do that. Yes, I will.
Celeste, are you saying that LIP had all of her stuff kept in the garage?
I think he does, or he
Great if
did.
you get them to her. I mean, that would be absolutely fabulous. I know she would love to have the stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice stuff. All kinds of stuff from makeup to shampoos to lotions and clothes. And it's funny that people say that everybody had to take the videos down of her, but if you go on LIP, he's got like 120 some videos of her. So, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna let you talk, honey. I gotta get off this phone, but I will listen. Okay.
You have a good night.
Yes, and everybody on here have a good night, and thank you for having me, Funky Town. And I'm always here listening. Good night, y'all.
Good night. If I end up disappearing, it's because my tablet has died. I'm down to 24% myself. But is there anything that anybody would like to bring up or talk about or join me on the panel for? I don't really have much more to hash out. I feel like I talk in circles sometimes, and I know that's good for new people if there's new people in here, but I know it gets old for the regulars. And if there are any new people in here, are there any questions or anything you want to discuss? Oh, Dee, that's good news. That's so awesome. Angela's wish list is getting hit hard. Everybody's buying up stuff for her. That's amazing. I really would like to get out a letter or a card to her. I don't know that she would read through a whole letter, but I would love to get a card to her. Only a few items left. Woohoo! That is a celebration. Yes, Paul, I was so happy to see those pictures of A. So incredibly happy to see that she is looking so good. That's true, Debbie. I just want her to know that she is loved and cared about and thought about. Does F now have car insurance for his vehicle? F, are you talking about Funky? There is a link, Jackie, on Teresa Williams' page. If somebody in the chat has that link, please drop it and share it for Jackie Estrada, please. Oh, Frank. Sorry. I wasn't even thinking about him. Oh, wow. So he has no insurance for his vehicle, but yet he was expecting him to put up 5 days worth of a hotel for A. Okay, that really makes a lot of sense. Oh my gosh. Yes, Susie, he bought her two that I'm aware of that he put in videos. That is totally true. That is what viewers' donations were going towards. Totally inappropriate. You know, I don't care what Angela does in her personal time in her personal life, but it was very inappropriate of a so-called self-professed professional of a CEO of a charity to be doing that. Hi, Tanina. We're getting the late night crowd in here. Ah, there's the link right there. Dee posted it. Yes, Jerry, and he has a way of sexualizing absolutely everything. It is just so gross. It doesn't matter what they're doing or whatnot. He's going to find a way to sexualize something. I haven't been able to go check out the wish list since I've been on here. So that's incredible, just in that short amount of time that she has gotten pretty much everything bought off of it. That's amazing. I don't think E's parents care one way or the other. I mean, they raised him to be like he is, to be honest. I do not like to speak ill of his mother since she is going through cancer treatment, but I definitely do not let her off with the hook. A big shout out to all of you guys. I mean, I know there's other people that's been probably buying off of the wish list as well, but I'm sure a lot of you have. So a big shout out to all of you. You guys are amazing. I'm so proud of everybody for stepping up. I can tell you, you guys have done more for her than what E ever did in the past 6 months. I'm sure I'll get called out for that, being told how he provided her housing and everything else, but that came at a price to her, to Angela, for sure. Yes, Mike, it absolutely will make her life a little better. Most definitely. I'm sure it helps her anxiety tremendously to be taken care of. I mean, let's face it, she is never going to be a fully independent, so-called normal, I absolutely hate that word, but normal baseline individual like many of us are. She's always going to need help and support in her life. Was that the real mom, Jerry, or the one that just is his supposedly second mom? I have a feeling that his real mom is a few people in his comments all the time. Absolutely, D. I have no doubt. I just hope she's getting a lot of good rest and getting some good healing time in. Things can't be done fixed overnight for her, but as long as she's on the right path to healing. She is very special. That's why she's so popular, because there's a certain magnetism about her. But honestly, for me, she represents something bigger. She represents all the vulnerable people being exploited by people like E. Because it's not just Angela out there. There's many Angelas out there, and we have to remember that. Yes, Miss BX. It is my complete understanding that she told him herself to leave her alone, never contact her again, take her videos down. It sounded like she made it very clear to him that she wanted nothing to do with him and she wanted him to stay away from her. She made it clear that she was scared of him. You have to remember she was an adult being punished in the worst ways by him. Her medication was taken away. She was put out on the streets all of a sudden without her medication in that heat after being in an air conditioned environment. She was put into the nastiest of the nasty motel room where there was no working restroom. She was on pea stained sheets. It was a deplorable conditions for her. Yes, Tonina, he's doing that because I think he knows there's going to come a point that they're going to have to be taken down. So he's trying to utilize them as much as possible to keep the donations rolling in, because I'm sure there's lots of YouTube viewers out there that are new to his channel that don't know the history, so he's trying to capitalize on it still. Right, Jerry? He did act like it was a relief that she was gone, but then in the same sentence, he would complain at the same time. Yes, psychotropic drugs definitely can make you more susceptible to the sun and intolerable of the heat. Yes, Debbie, that is my understanding. I don't know if she told him in person or if she called him and told him. Either way, Angela did tell him, from my understanding. Yes, Tonina, I hope the Navajo Nation got his number too. Um, he was kicked out of the other reservation. I don't know what nation that or tribe that other tribe was a part of, if it was the Navajo or not. But I sure hope that word gets around and that other one bans him as well. Well, how would he know if she wants to call him? Does he have telepathic communication with her? No. So how would he know? Maybe wishful thinking at best. That's funny. He does lie so much. It's just terrible. Oh, yeah, Jerry. I have no doubt that he still has people fooled. I do try to keep that in mind that there are still people that don't know the whole story. Oh, Ohio lady, are you saying I'm boring? It's okay. I know. Yeah, I didn't think it was Navajo either, but I couldn't remember. Yes, he is going. Well, that's what he's hoping. He wants to draw in the new viewers. I mean, his goal was to get back up to 10,000. It's okay, Gary. Things don't get hurt easily. I have a tough
I'm
skin.
sorry, Sam. Somebody blocked that Ohio person.
I figured it was probably one of his minions coming in to cause trouble.
Uh,
Uh,
like, actually remove them from the channel. Don't put
yeah.
them in timeout. Remove them from. Get them out of here.
Bye bye. Yes, Susie, he does. Because it's the only place I know of to refer you to go look up his history. It's all posted on Reddit. If you go search up his name, there is a Reddit around him that has all of his stuff posted there. But it's all public info if you wanted to do more digging for yourself. But if you wanted an easy place where it is all put out there for you, you could definitely go check there. Oh, he's always going to say everything is a lie in regards to other people that are well intentioned, like Teresa. And he's really going after Teresa right now as well. So show her all the support you guys can. Oh, thank you, Fernand. That's so nice of you. I appreciate that. That's okay, Tonina. That's why we're all here. Not everybody does every platform. And that is perfectly okay. Maybe one of these days I'll be more prepared and I'll have a notebook with some stuff written down so I can reference it when people ask those very specific questions. Funky, let Italian girl know if you got an email sent by her.
Okie dokie.
Oh gosh, that is the Highest compliment possible, Debbie. Thank you. Oh, you all are so nice. Thank you. I got addicted to TikTok when I was going through a very hard time after I had my son, and I was in the midst of a breakup with my son's father due to alcoholism. So I got very addicted to TikTok there for a while, but I've gotten away from it. I don't get on there near as much anymore. I have definitely turned to YouTube a lot more in the past year. Oh, thank you, Lupe. I appreciate that. Oh, it's so easy to get on TikTok. I'm telling you, TikTok is like another drug because it moves so quickly. You have like this enormous amount of information that is just feeding your brain and entertaining you. And oh, it is so addictive. I used to be on there all night, and then I would be getting like 2 hours of sleep and have to go to work. It was terrible. But it's definitely good to use if you're going through a hard time and you need a good distraction. I will say that. Ooh, plumerias. I'll have to go check that out, Mike. I'll look your channel up. I see that you have the hummingbird in your pic. I have a huge fondness for hummingbirds. I used to live in the mountains of Colorado, backed up into the national forest, and I'd always feed the hummingbirds. I looked forward to them coming every year. That's awesome, Tanina. Luckily, my son hasn't discovered TikTok yet. I'm not sure I'm ready for that. He's been asking it for a phone of his own, but I don't think he's old enough for that just yet. Not that I don't trust him, but I don't trust the world at large yet. I do miss owning a home. I don't own anymore. I'm a renter and I live in an apartment, so I miss being able to have a garden and having my own yard to do with what I would like. You know, something like that would be great for Angela, just to turn it back to her. Um, that's why I would love to see her in a program where she can do things like that. You know, get access to things that are therapeutic for her, like helping with the garden or, you know, whatever. I mean, there's different programs have different things accessible to people, but that was always really popular where I worked was our garden program. And we were contracted with the city that I worked in, and they would let us help pick out the flowers and the garden beds and the flower beds for their community gardens in the parks and stuff. It was always my clients' favorite things to do every year. And I've always said, you know, if Angela could have been stabilized from a young age, I saw her having a career as like some fashion designer or something because that woman loves fashion and she has her own sense of style. And oh, I would have loved to have seen that for her. I do think she has a fondness for animals. That's why she loved the zoo. Oh, that's interesting. Like the coconutty smell of suntan lotion, or more like a perfumey smell. Yes, Miss BX, Bohemian style. Oh, I always loved Angela's style. I knew she would get a lot of flack for people claiming that she was trying to dressed too young for her age, but I think that's just nonsense. I loved her style. I loved her being to express herself in that way. And I know a lot of people criticize her for how she applied her makeup and whatnot, but again, I think that was just her self expression and I loved it. I did not like her putting stuff in her eyeball that she shouldn't, of course, but the rest of it I had absolutely no problem with. I love self expression. Oh, that's so cool, Paul. Animals are smart. My kid is allergic to cats and dogs, unfortunately, as we discovered when he was little. So no pets for us, unfortunately. Yes, Debbie, that's exactly what I always thought. Absolutely. Kind of like a mix between Vivian Westwood and Betsy Johnson. Absolutely. I still think she would have the potential to do some stuff, just in a different kind of way. Maybe once she's stabilized and if she gets into some housing and she's nice and stable that way, maybe we could send her some things to help her express her artistic side more. It's very therapeutic for someone like her. I don't know, Deb. I know she was frequently donated coloring books and stuff via Lip when he used to collect donations for her, but I don't know if she was ever into it. But at the same time, she was still living on the street at that time, and I don't know how conducive being able to color in a coloring book is when you're living on the street. But maybe once she's more settled, that might be something that she could get more into for sure. It would be cool to have a coloring book made up for her of all of her favorite things and favorite people. I would imagine so, Jerry. As more everything is bought up, I mean, you know how Angela is. She loves stuff, so I'm sure she'll continually think of more stuff to add, is my guess. I don't think we probably want to inundate her with too much stuff because I don't know where she's staying, but it doesn't sound like it's permanent at the moment. So she probably only has so much room for stuff. Again, I could be wrong though. I don't know. Oh, yes. I could see that too, Debbie. Oh, can you imagine a fashion line made by her? How cool would that be? I would snatch something up so quickly. Yes, Victoria, she did love to paint her clothes with her makeup. I always thought it was really cool. Oh, that would be fun, Gina. It would definitely help quiet the anxious side of her brain for sure. It'd be a meditative activity for her. Yes, Jerry, that would be so cool. We all have it planned out for her. We got a business plan for her. It's just amazing that we're even able to talk about this future kind of stuff for her. That means we're headed in the right direction. I don't think we were able to talk about this kind of stuff even a month ago. We were just going day to day for her. Now we can actually see into the future for her. And I love that. Yes, Tonina, good point about E making the bag and T-shirt with her heartthrob's picture on it and giving it to her as a cruel thing. And you know he did that with every cruel intention behind it. Absolutely. I was so mad at him when he did that. It's like anything that she likes or loves or whatever, he had to taunt her with it in the most negative way possible. Yes, I will not ever forget that look on her face either. And I couldn't believe that people were supportive of that. That blew my mind. I mean, that is true, Italian girl. She was using, but I think even if she's sober, I think she still loves her makeup. You know, once she gets all of her immediate needs met with hygiene and clothes and all that kind of stuff, then maybe hopefully um, she'll come to a point where she can start getting some of those extra donations in terms of jewelry making kits or something like that. Maybe a tie dye making kit would be something she would find fun. Painting. Well, you know, he doesn't like anybody else getting attention or anyone thinking that somebody else is better than him. So you know he's jealous. That would be awesome for Nan. I could see that too. You know, and nothing is too late for her. I mean, I'm not going to say that she's going to become some billionaire makeup artist, fashion designer type person. I don't know. Maybe she will, but you know, she still has plenty of time to get stabilized and do something more with her life if that's what she wants to do. I wish I were more crafty. I am not the craftiest of people. I like sewing and stuff like that, but I am much more of a science based, logical, nerdy type person. Yeah, that's right, Dee. I mean, I don't like to talk about other channels, but I do have respect in terms how he has handled the whole situation with E by just not addressing it. Because I think it drives E crazy that he does that, to be honest. You know, Maria, if that was true, what he said about her being a free woman to go where she wanted and doing anything and everything that she wanted, why was he holding her captive and not allowing her to talk to who she wanted? I know you're not defending him, you're just pointing it out, but I'm just making a comment about what you wrote. You know, he contradicts everything that he says. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mike. Maybe you should get back into it. It might help you through your grief. Or maybe even like do some airbrushing of t-shirts and stuff. I remember that was big when I was a kid back in the 80s. I love that style. Paul, it is definitely never too late. I am closer to my 50s than I am to 40, and I have wanted to go back to school to get my PhD. When I was in college, back in the late 90s, there was a gentleman from Asia who was in his 90s who was a dentist who had came over and was in college um, to get some kind. I don't remember what he was back in school for to get a degree in, but he was 90 years old, living in the dorms, getting a degree. And then there was a lady that I rode the bus with in college. She was in her 60s and was going back to get her bachelor's degree to go on to get a law degree. So you're never too old for anything. Oh no, Lupe, that's not good. I hope you get to feeling better. Having a fever during the summer is terrible. I mean, it's terrible anytime, but that's awful. We are definitely our own worst critics. Oh, Mike, I'm sure if you can do Hot Wheels, you could do anything else. I have no doubt about that. But I know is the Hot Wheels world is a big thing. My ex has a friend that collects Hot Wheels and got a little bit of a taste of that Hot Wheel world. Good for you, Tonina. That's awesome. I knew a lady that got her RN in her late 40s, which I am astonished at because that's a hard job. I can't imagine just going for that in my late 40s. Oh no. Well, I hope whatever it is manageable and stabilized for you. I have huge respect for nurses. I have quite a few friends that are nurses. That's not an easy job. Kind of like social work. We work too hard and we're way underpaid. I know, Lupe. I always wondered how to do that, or Italian girl. I always wondered how to do that too. I've never been able to figure it out. If you haven't done so please go hit that like button. I know earlier Funky said he needed 16 more likes. I don't know where we're at now. I have nieces that work as CNAs. You want to talk about hard work? Well, I do that, Italian girl, but it still doesn't work. I wonder if it has something to do with being on a computer versus a phone or tablet or something. Like if you copy and paste the person's name into your comment box. I can't do that from my tablet, but I think I could probably do that from my laptop. I just haven't tried it yet to see if that's what makes the difference. Oh, kitty lover, that's awesome. Congratulations to your son. You are absolutely right. Never say never. Anything is possible. Okay, guys, I'm at 15% charge. So again, I apologize if I just disappear out of here. Is there anything anybody wants me to bring up while I still can be up here? I just want to say thank you for listening to me.